Hello, everybody. It's Rusty Champaign here with you, and we're back once again in the wonderful world of the demo of Tabletop Game Shop Simulator. Now, in our last episode that we did of this, we were starting to take a look at what we could do with this game table that we have over here, our fancy game table. And if we take a look, we have the opportunity to create these squads, and it's got squad stats and things up here. But we didn't really do much more other than open up the screen and see what it could do. So today we're going to see if we can actually put together a squad, see what it's all about, see if we can actually do something with it on the table. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. But in order to do that, we're going to need to get some miniatures made. And in order to get some miniatures made, we're going to need more than $317. So we're going to run probably a day or two in the store, and then we're going to just kind of devote a lot of our time to seeing if we can get some minis made, get some minis painted, putting together a squad, seeing what they do at the table, if anything. And try and flesh that out. So that is the plan for today's episode. With that being the case, let's go ahead, open the store, get people in here, get people shopping, get ourselves some cash so we can start putting some stuff together. So I'm going to say, let's call it day 9. It might not be day 9, but we're going to call it day 9. I feel like we've been doing 4 days an episode, so we'll say day 9. Maybe it's day 7. Who knows? Store's open for your convenience. It doesn't matter. Nobody's here anyway. Of course, because it takes a while for everybody to show up. We hardly have anybody on the street yet at this hour. They're slowly making their way here. It'll all be fine. It'll all be good. Now, is there anything I'm completely out of? I'm completely out of paints, and it doesn't even recognize that they were there. So we're going to go ahead and get some, was it paints that I'm out of? It was paints. So we're going to get some paints because it doesn't even recognize that I had paints on that shelf. But I am going to wait until I have more stuff that I can buy, because I'm going to try and do this where I don't buy one thing at a time and pay $10 for a box when I could maybe spend $10 on 2 boxes at least. Ideally, $10 on 3 boxes, but at this point, I just don't have the cash to do that. I mean, I could buy 2 boxes of paints. So I'd rather get some miniatures if I could, because those would be about $200 a box. But right now I don't have the money to do that because it would run me completely out. Other than maybe getting the base miniatures, which I think are $200 a box. But that's a lot of words here. And now we're okay because this guy has bought a whole bunch of stuff, so we'll be all right and be able to buy whatever we want. So here we go. For you, no change. The guy walked in with exactly $255 in his pocket. Absolute legend that guy is. We're going to go ahead. What is the thing I'm lowest on? I'm lowest on the undead. So we'll go ahead and get a box of the undead miniatures as well. So let's do that. So that puts me up to 336. I can buy another one as well, and that will put me up to where I can get 3 things at a time, making the most out of my shipping here, or trying to. 58 for you. All right, thank you very much. Let's see, what else am I low on? I mean, I can get some more paint brushes, so let's do that. We'll get those 2. So tools, paint brushes. So 476, buying 3 things at a time, better than buying 1 thing at a time. Again, trying to make the most out of our shipping here. At least doing a little bit better than we were doing with it. And anytime I can do a little bit better with it, then that's a good thing. All right. Go ahead, get all this put up. These are our paints. They'll go right there. Okay. Then we will get our brushes put away. Open those up. We've only got 1 person at the register. They're very patient. They're a regular. They're used to this by now. They're like, yeah, it's Rusty. He's just refilling the shelves while the store is open, as he's been wont to do. So it's all right. How you doing? Yeah, it's good to see you, Stacy. Glad you're here. I don't know why her name is Stacy. I just kind of gave her that name right now. Oh, and now that we're level 7, we're going to have another shop extension and 3 more books that we can get. So those will be things that we'll also have to maybe take a look at doing at some point. $6 for you. You're all set. Thank you very much. Now, I might take those books. I got to figure out what I want to do with these books and how I want to set them all up. Because it'd be a lot for separate shelves for every kind of book. But it may also be a nice thing to do. So, I don't know. 52, you're all set. Thank you very much. How are we doing on money? up to 460 now. 171 for you, not 1,701. You might have a problem with that. Just a little bit smidge. So yeah, we won't charge her $1,701. I don't think she'd be happy with me. $3 for you. You're all set. Thank you very much. We got $689 now. So let's see. What can we get? What can we do? Got lots of people that are watching these two people paint. You guys are like way too close in personal bubbles there. Way too close. You may want to back off just a little bit. Just a hair. Because, man, you are close. Let's see. I can get some more of the demons. I can get some more of the guardians. Let's do those. Just keep on adding more and more miniatures here, because that's what we're going to need anyway when we get to that point. 156. So, yeah, let's get one box of each of the minis. I think I can do that now. Or once I can, we'll go ahead and do that. And I hit something twice. So, yeah, 900 is what we need. So once we get to 900, we'll go ahead and get all that bought. Again, you guys are just like, you are like gawking over her shoulder, man. Just back off just a little bit, please. She can feel your breath on her neck, and that's not a very comfortable thing. So yeah, just maybe stand back just a little bit. The guy has no concept, none. He's just very, very intrigued by what's going on there. All right, that's good. Again, let's go ahead and stock the shelves while I've got customers waiting. Again, they're used to it. Well, now I got two of them, so I should probably actually go ahead and start doing some stuff in terms of helping customers out. If there's only one, it's fine. But when it gets to be two, they start talking amongst each other, amongst themselves, and it's not good. Because then that's how you get a bad reputation, when two customers start talking about how bad the place is, as opposed to one person talking to themselves about how bad the place is. 40 for you, thank you very much. And then for you, we've got 18. All set. Off you go. Thank you very much. Money-wise, we're good. We got plenty of money to pay our bills. I think we'll be all right with what we've got in here. So open. And what do we got? These are just the basics. So those are going to go there. Now, the other thing I remember them saying about the squads is that you can have like up to 2 factions in your squads. So we could have like miniatures, we could have like miniatures and demons, or we could have guardians and miniatures, or undead and miniature, undead and guardians. So it seems like you can put 2 factions together as part of the entire thing. So we'll have to take a look at that too. The only ones we've opened up so far have been the basic miniatures. We haven't done anything with any of the other sets. And there's at least 15 different miniatures in each of the boxes. I mean, we got 15 there, so there could be more that are in there. So there's a lot of boxes we're going to have to open up once we get into another set, just to be able to get ourselves close to having a full miniature that we can actually build. Because there's lots of different available parts, and nothing that's going to stop you from getting a double of a part you've already acquired in a past box. That's just kind of the way it goes with this. All right, someone bought the last of our paints, so we'll go ahead and buy some more paints. We might as well buy some more brushes while we're at it. Is there anything else I can get that would lead? Let's see, I'm at $620. We're getting closer to the end of the day, but not tremendously. So let's buy some more rule books while we're at it. Get some of them too. So again, get 3 things, spread our shipping costs among 3 boxes, which is good. Over here, we've got our brush sets. That'll go there. And then we've got our paints. It's important that people keep painting. It's nice passive income for us, and we do love ourselves some passive income. And then our rule books. Oh, man, I got a lot of people to counter. I'll be there just a second. Just give me a minute. Just got to get these put up. Yeah, now I've got a whole congregation up there that are talking amongst themselves. That's really not good. That's really how we get a bad reputation. They don't even give me their money anymore. $16. Thank you very much. How you doing? Next up, we've got for you $66 and change. All set. Thank you very much. And for you, you've got one. Again, pulling the money out of I don't know where. $18 and change for you. Awesome. Thank you very much. And again, we got to keep ourselves above. I think like three. It's somewhere close to $400 we got to have in order to pay our bills now, if I remember right. It's it's not over $400, but it's somewhere between $300 and $400. Because we've got the rent has gone up in this place with a couple of expansions we put in, so it's getting more and more expensive to run a store. But that's okay. $3, all set. Thank you very much. And lights, I just saw them turn on. It's always about just short of 7:30 p.m. that they pop on, and everything in the store looks a little bit different than it did before. Again, I am not convinced that those two people that are sitting over there at the table, are actually playing the game. I think that they might just be sitting there talking amongst themselves about life. But again, if they're paying $2 every 2 minutes to sit there and talk about life, they can talk about whatever they want over there. As long as they're paying me to do it, I'm good with it. I mean, hey, it's completely up to them what they spend their money on. I am not here to tell them how they should spend it. That is absolutely their choice in terms of what they do. So yeah, they're all done. They've had all the things to talk about, and now they're going to head on home and maybe continue the conversation there. I do not know. I don't follow anybody home, so I could not tell you. And they appreciate that I do not follow them home, because that would be kind of weird. Okay, for you, final customer of the day, 160. You have $1,132. So I'm going to buy a set of the undead ones. I'm going to buy a set of the demons. And we'll start with that, because again, I want to make sure I have enough money to also pay my bills. So buy those. $5 a box for shipping. It's not the best, but it's better than $10 a box. And then we're going to open some of these up and start putting some things together, seeing what we can put together here. That's the plan. And then maybe work on building a squad. So let's see, open. And we'll set these up here. And put those there. Now, I've already got a bunch of miniatures. I really should have bought some Guardians, because I was going to say, if I was going to have two sets that were going to go together, it might be the miniatures and it might be the Guardians. But I didn't buy any Guardians. So maybe I'll just maybe I'll go with miniatures and I'll go with undead. I'll go with those two together. So we're going to start opening some of these up, and we're going to see what pieces we're going to get and how long it's going to take us to put together one of these. So we got a Cursed Spectre, a Ghoul Hound, a Skeletal Archer, a Frost Archer. And if we take a look, are these part of a different set? So if I go here, it's interesting, because I thought that they would say that they would have been from the same set, or that there would have been something. Oh, it does show. Okay, so or does it? No, does it? No, because I was thinking that maybe that was it. So, I mean, that's a demon, but maybe the miniatures pack can be anything. I wish I could tell. We're going to open up another one of these. We're going to see what happens when we open one of these up. We're going to see what we get out of here. So let's take one. Let's unpack it. And then let's get all the miniatures out of here. And let's see what we got here. So these are all from the undead set. Okay. But that means that the miniatures pack can basically have anything. So this pack over here is a, you name it, it's in here pack. But then the undead miniatures, so it could have undead, it could have demons, it could have guardians, it could have any of those three. And it's the ultimate slot machine in terms of what you're going to get there. So yeah, we'll go ahead. Now that I know that, we're just going to keep on opening up more undead ones, specializing in that. And then when we have a complete one ready to go, we'll go ahead and put it together and just work on getting more and more of them so we can set up our own squad here. So yeah, and again, it takes a bit. The closest one that we've got here is the Bloodthirsty Ghoul, but we'll keep going. And I don't know if we can open up more than one box at a time. I haven't seen anything so far that would lead us to believe that we can. Like, I don't think, like, F, can I pick up? Oh, you can! So how many boxes can you pick up? Well, we're going to pick up 5. So we can pick up 5 boxes at a time. All right, we're going to just unpack 5 boxes here. And we're going to see what happens. So unpack. You can put them back away if you don't want to open them. And the thing that's bad is that as you do this, you don't see what you've gathered over the course of time. So you're unpacking them, but not seeing whether or not you've got a full mini yet. So that's the only downside about holding 5 at once. But we did get to the point where we have 2 of them that we can put together. So we got a spearman. Go ahead and put them in place. So there's our spearman. And then we're going to assemble the next one. So that one's got a market price of 63. That's cool. We'll go ahead and paint it and get that even higher. And then we've got, where was the other one? There it is, the Bloodthirsty Ghoul. So we'll put that together. Hello, Bloodthirsty Ghoul. How you doing? All right, so there's that. And that one's only 55. That one's not as nice, but still not bad. So again, we'll open up a few more of these. Let's open up 4 more of those, and then we're going to see what else we can get just to continue working on building this squad here. And I do see sometimes when you look at the pieces, like that piece had a different look to it. So I don't know if the pyro that came off of that piece had a different look to it. So I don't know if that means that it's a harder piece to acquire. Maybe the piece itself is more rare, like that. I'm guessing that might mean that it's a harder piece to get your hands on, but there's nothing that really says it doesn't explicitly say that. So yeah, we don't know for sure. All right, so now we're gonna put together this ice school. Let's do that. Okay, that one's good to go. And then we'll assemble the next piece. Oh wow, 83 for that. Whew. Very, very nice. And is there a way to, we can sort by license, sort by army, sort by completion. So you can see, did I do sort by completion? No, I did that. So there we go. That's how you can see how close you are to having them completed. And you do have the licenses here, but that just says Forge Wars Battle, and then I don't know what VWB is. We'll eventually find that out, I'm guessing. But that's a nice way to not have to go searching for the ones that you have complete. You can just sort by how close they are to complete. All right, so that's good. Now, if we go back here and do sort by completion, so sort by completion again. Maybe I got to sort out of it and then sort back into it. Sort by completion. Yeah, that's weird because I've got a bunch of them here that are definitely 4 out of 5 complete, but it's not sorting them by completion. So not going to worry about it. The thing I wanted to see is that we do have a bunch of demons that are 4 out of 5. So I'm going to grab a few boxes of the demons packs, start unloading them, and we're going to see if we can get a demon or 2 complete here. So yeah, I'm just going to unpack 3 of these at a time. There was one piece in there that was a little more fancy in the pyro. So let's see. Did we get anything that completed? No. Nothing there. So not a problem. We will continue working on getting more completed minis. So let's do a few more boxes. Another fancy pyro there. None there. That was all boring pyro. And all kind of boring there. But we did get 2 of them that are done. So we got a Tormentor of Souls that we can now put together. It's important to have a Tormentor of Souls in your squad all the time. I don't know why. It's what I heard. I didn't even hear that. So we got that. And then we've got also, let's see, sort by completion. I'm going to try this again. Nope. Because it's over there. Putrid Imp. It's not an imp unless it's putrid. And that's good. So I now think I have like 5 pieces that are finished. So we're going to go over here. We're going to start doing some painting. So let's do this. Let's go sit down in our chair. We're going to try and paint all these and not goof it up. I've got 6 different things that can be in my squad now. So we're going to see exactly how big we can make our squad. And again, if it will do anything at the table, I do not know. We're going to find out. So let's do some painting. Hope I don't mess it up. Hopefully we'll be all right with this. As long as I don't rush it, I'm okay. It's when you rush it that you get into trouble. So if you just take it nice and simple, you normally can do pretty good. All right, that one's done. Let's do another one. Okay. It's very nice, and this is exactly how painting goes. You grab your mouse and you just click a spot on the screen, and presto, that's how you paint miniatures. I saw that somewhere. All right. That one's the one that's a little bit tough. Amazingly enough, the same score as the last one, or maybe maybe that's like my best score. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see if we can get another 5,244 here as our score. Again, don't rush it. Whatever you do, just take it nice and simple. No hurries on this. If you rush your painting, you get a schlock painting job, so don't do that. Yeah, 5294. So that's a little bit better. High school, get this painted up. Oops, gotta actually be on the circle. Doesn't work if you're not on the circle. Oh, and that one I deliberately goofed. It's like I was waiting for it to get in the center of the circle, and I don't know what I was thinking there. I just didn't want that one to be painted as nicely. That one I think I got. It's worth $100 despite the horrible paint job. Tormentor of Souls. Oh, I think I missed that one. So that one's $66. And then the final one here, the Putrid Imp. Again, it's not an imp unless it's putrid. Cool. 5169. I don't know if there's a way to like improve that score. Like I don't know if you get closer to the center if it makes it better, or if you got to be closer to the outside. I don't know if it matters at all. I just was kind of doing it a couple different ways there, and I don't know if it made too much of a difference. So let's see. Sort by rarity. Okay, so that doesn't really seem to show me much of anything. I mean, I'm guessing that maybe these are a little more rare. Does it say? Yeah, market price 161. So that is absolutely more rare, and maybe those are why we have the ones where we get the little Fonse Pyro that shows up, because they are definitely higher in price. And if I go all the way down to the bottom, these are the ones that must be like super duper common, because they are just $55. So it must work its way up, but it doesn't show you. I don't think it shows you what the rarity is. It doesn't say specifically, but with it being a market price of 161, that must be pretty rare, because it's almost triple the market price of the basic one is what I'm seeing out of that. Now with all that done, we're going to come here. We're going to set up a squad. So let's do this. So I guess you can have as many different squads as you want. So we're going to go together. Let's see. If I take a look, we've got, I don't really have any tanks. That's so yeah, I feel like I should have somebody who's got a shield, but I don't. But that's okay. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna put the Ice Ghoul in there. I'm going to put the Bloodthirsty Ghoul in there. I'm going to put the Skeletal Spearman in there. I'm going to put the Tormentor of Souls in there. I'm going to put a Putrid Imp in there. So it's 2 different factions, and it's 5 minis. We're just going to call this Rusty's First Squad. Validate, and done. So cool. Now I guess we could be able to sit down and play a game with somebody with it. So we'll go into another day and see if I can sit down and play a game now that I have a squad. Hey, is it a good squad? Probably not. Am I going to get hammered? Probably, but it's okay. I mean, someone's going to probably squash me like a bug, but it's worth trying. So we at least have a squad, and I did manage to save enough money to pay my bills. Most important part, I needed $360 to pay my bills. I've got the money to pay my bills. So let's go in, squad in hand, and see what we can do. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to sit down with my squad and play. To defeat your... Oh, I probably could have done this while the store was not open. Actually, so it's time paused. Let's see. To defeat your opponent, you must exceed their assault score each round to inflict your damage score. Combine your dice to activate your managers and use your tokens to strengthen your attacks. Lots of stuff here. So I don't know what these guys have, but we're going to go here. So we're going to hit start. Round 1, fight! And we rolled all that. So we've got to do what? So I'm going to take this and put it, I don't know, where do we put it? Do we just click it? Well, what do I do with it? Do I put it here? Well, I guess I put it there. Okay. So, and that shows me assault +2, assault +4, damage +1. So I'm going to take one of those. And, okay, that's cool. We'll, I guess, just fill it up with all the dice we got. I don't know. So we'll just do that. I don't know. All right, I feel like that did a thing. So check. And all right, so that then gave us. I'm looking at everything on the screen here. So did they also roll? I'm trying to see exactly how this all works. And like I feel like this is a little bit like dice thrown, but I'm not quite sure how all the dice are working. I mean, it looks like we are. Oh, so he rolled and is doing his thing, and we somehow got him down to 28 points. There's a lot of things happening on the screen. Round null. Okay, next round. Round 2. Roll some dice. So again, I don't know. There's a lot of things that are going on the screen, but I don't know what it's all about. So I'm guessing that this is going to be things that would actually happen here. So that would work for him, I guess, and then that would work to make him work, and then these would work to activate them, I believe. And then the only other die I have is basically this. So we're going to do that and just check that off and see what happens here. And so it looks like his dice are all now doing their thing. And so that's like his assault score, I guess. So his assault score is 216. And now I've got to see what I can do to get my assault score up. So let's see. So what is going on with mine? It's kind of taking a look at all my things, and it's my assault score looks like it's pretty horrible. So I feel like we're not doing all that good here, but I really can't tell. Round perdu. So did that? Oh, I lost a bunch, and he didn't lose nearly as much. So I'm down to 16. And maybe that's the amount of damage we do each turn. I don't know. So here we go. Round 3, fight. And I've got apparently 20 assault next turn. Maybe that's just, maybe that works for each die that we put there. That's all I can figure. So enemy assault minus 20. I'm assuming is what that means. Okay, so that's what that means. And then next round, we're going to get 20 assault next turn. This is going to give me 5 more assault. That's going to give me 5 more assault. Okay. And then all I have is just this. So I can just put these on here and there. That's unfortunately kind of pointless. It just adds 2 assault because there's nothing else it can do. So, okay. Because I had apparently a bad roll and this guy could do nothing. And he walloped me. Now, can I fast forward through this or do I have to see everything? I don't know. We're going to let it roll. So it's going through and like showing all the damage that I'm able to do to him. But we're going to then see. So it's now doing all the stuff for him there. So he's up to 14. He's up to 34. He's up to 68. And then so he's got something that like doubles his attack. That's seemingly very unfair. So I'm down to 2 points, and I've been defeated. Okay. So stuff happened there. I don't know what all of it was, And there's probably better ways to go about everything than what I was doing, and it may not have helped that I didn't have great minis, but we at least saw what happened there. Uh, it probably just needs a little bit more research, and you can probably find a way to put good stuff there. But yeah, it reminds me a little bit of the game Dice Throne, which I think I actually have right here. Let me grab it. It's funny that I have that on the ground here. I didn't realize it was going to come into play. But yeah, this is a game that I picked up at Gen Con and hoping to play it very soon, which is basically they call it, it's like battle Yahtzee is what it's been referred to as, where you basically you have your own hero, you roll 5 dice, so you're fighting against another hero. You have 5 dice, so you roll your 5 dice, you try and get combos just like you would in Yahtzee to do damage to your opponent, and also upgrade your abilities as the game goes on, and whoever has the better Yahtzee skills wins, is the way I understand it. I mean, it's more than just Yahtzee, but it's a very similar concept. Just five dice, and if you can get 5 of a kind, that's better than having 3 of a kind or 4 of a kind. You do more damage the more you have, and you can get skills and stuff like that. So that felt like it was the same thing, because you were like rolling dice and trying to get symbols to show up, and using those symbols to give you abilities and things like that. I want the one that like doubles your attack, like that one guy had, because that felt like it was massively overpowered, and I just felt like a lot of a wimp there. Because I had nothing that doubled my attack like he did. That just ain't right. Here I am knocking his attack down by 20, and it's like doing no good at all. It feels like the most important thing there is you got to be able to get your attack your assault as high as it can be, because if you don't, nothing else matters. And that seems to have been the place where I was having a problem in there. First time playing an imaginary game on a demo of a video game, and I'm already like critiquing my own performance. Sounds like something I do. Not a problem. What do we need here? What can we use? And how much is the new shelf? Because I'd really like to get some of these new rule books, but I can't remember how much the shelves are. $100 for a shelf, so I might get a shelf, and I might work on getting a couple of these new rule books in here. So let's do that. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go shelf. So let's get one of those, and then we're going to go to the game, and we're going to get the Demons rulebook and the Guardians rulebook. Let's go ahead, purchase all those, get them in the shop, because the rulebooks are very, very spendy. Get a lot of money out of those. So I can get more people. If I can funnel more people to rulebooks, that's going to be better for me, I think. But I just got to get to the point where I can do that. All right, 18. There you go. Thank you very much. And my guess is that, like I said, I guess you can play the game anytime you want. You don't have to wait until the store is closed, because time does pause when you're playing the game. So you have to be like, okay, I can't do that and not run the store, because it does not. The two do not interfere with each other, which is good. It's almost like you go into this paused state while you were busy playing a game, which is kind of nice. Let's go ahead and drop that, get the price set on these. So market 10, round, done. It's only $59 for that book. Apparently the Guardians don't have a rule book that is expensive. It's just like the core rule book. But it is amazing with things like that, with like Dungeons & Dragons, and then with like Pathfinder from Paizo and Starfinder from Paizo, just the number of rule books and lore books and stuff that are out there, and like Dungeon Crawl classics from Goodman Games, the number of different rule books and compendiums and this and that and the other thing. I give all the credit in the world to the people who like sit there and read all those things and have a good feel for all of them, and can turn that into just a living, breathing thing. I've always wanted to be able to do something like that. Maybe to not that extent, but just like even just basics. I always thought that'd be kind of fun to do, and just never had a group with which to do it. But just seeing like all of the different books that are out there, because there are tons and tons of books for all of those different systems. And it just amazes me with what they have. It's really kind of cool. We need guardians. I need paints. So let's do that. So we're gonna go here. Miniatures. We need guardians, and then I need some paints. So let's get those. I did not click on that. What else do I need? Because I've got a bunch of money, so I might as well spend it. What else am I low on? Might as well get undead and demons too. So let's get one of each of those. So undead, demons. That'll give me a little bit more bang for the buck on my shipping again. $2.50 a box, even better. And yeah, just keep on working on getting the store closer to fully stocked. We'll eventually get there. And yeah, I don't have to have 3 shelf facings for every product. That is a personal choice that I'm making. I just think that it looks cool for everything to have its own column. It's probably definitely overkill, but just personal preference, really. It's nice seeing a store that has a bunch of area for each product there. I feel like the customers appreciate that. I could be wrong, but it's the story I'm going with. Oh, and the question now becomes, because I just had a guy walk through me, what do these people look like if you try to wear them as a suit? So if we wear you as a suit, what do you look like? You got to slow down. Nondescript. It's not horrible. I mean, we've seen much worse. They look a little bit weird if you wear them as a suit, but not. It's not like the stuff of nightmares like we've seen with other people's, where their eyeballs are like red and on the wrong side of their, like they're rolled inside their head. So yeah, I'd give it a 5 out of 10 in terms of what they look like if you wear them as a suit. I mean, there's a little bit there, but it's not. Again, it will not send you to therapy for seeing it. 135. Thank you very much. And what do we have now? Let's take a look. Is there anything else? 818. We do have a bunch of money. We do still have time. So I could get some more stuff. Maybe I'll get even more. I need some more paints. Maybe I'll get some more paints. Maybe I'll get some more dice. We'll do that. Just go with that. So dice and paints. That'll work. Get all this put away. All right, here we go. That'll go there. And then our dice. Lots and lots of dice. Yeah, so apparently every set has their own dice, is what I've gathered there. Or maybe you each have, when you play, maybe we each have your own dice or something like that. I don't quite know. Because maybe that set works for all the different kinds of minis or something. And maybe it's just different colors, perhaps. I'm still learning everything about this place. I just started working here, so I don't know if I know everything. I don't hardly know anything. We're up to level 8. So we got that. And again, another thing is I find it very impressive just the amount of stuff that they have here in the demo. I mean, we're still going. We've done, what, 3 episodes of this now? I mean, we're up to like getting up to 2 hours of gameplay in a demo. And we've done a number of things here, like actually done things with the minis and like set up our own squads and stuff like that. It's a really garbage squad, but we've got one set up and it would get trounced by anybody who would come in and play against us because it's a horrible squad. But we've got one. So, but just the fact that there's this many things that are available here is really cool. Oh, and I didn't set a price on these guys. It's nice that they tell you that you've not set the price on your products. I do really appreciate that. What else can I get? We're getting close to the end of the day, so I can't spend too much money. I can get 2 more sets of miniatures, so I can get a set of undead and another set of demons. Let's go ahead and work on that. So miniatures, demons, and undead. Not getting too much more than that because I don't want to run myself too low on cash. And this is our last customer we've got right over there. $1. Thank you very much. Go ahead and set these up. These are our demons. Yeah, it'll be nice when I get to the point where we have like a fully stocked store, stuff on every shelf. It'll really look good. Not quite there yet, but we're getting a little bit better every day with it. Just a little bit. And our last customer is still shopping, still looking, still still pondering, ever pondering, always pondering. But she at least bought something, so that's the most important part. And she bought a rule book on top of that, so I'm more appreciative, even more. It's the Guardian's Army book, but that works for me. 177. Thank you very much. Leaving us with $729 and some. I mean, we got stock in everything, so that's pretty good. We're not in that bad a shape. So, and again, if we take a look here, now that we're level 8, if we go in and take a look at the items that are locked, we don't get another new item. Well, level 9, we start getting into the large miniature packs. That's going to really change things. So I'm going to have to maybe change it where I have, I don't know what I'm going to do there. That will become an issue then. So I don't know. Maybe the bottom shelf of everything will be for the larges potentially. Yeah, I don't know. But that's going to be the next thing that we get at level 9 there. And then we don't have anything else there. We don't get anything here till level 12, so that's a while. There's only those 2 sets of tools. And then we get merch. We get the Gravedigger book. So I'm guessing that might be like fan fiction. And that'll be at level 9. And we have another shop extension, but that's going to cost us $3,500. And I don't have anywhere close to $3,500. So that one's going to take a bit of money for us to get. But we've at least now seen a squad. We see how they work. And I guess you can probably take a look at your collection. Yeah, games played 1, victory rate 0, because again, we stink. We are not good. But you can probably take a look in your collection and see what they do. Yeah, so trigger the next miniature. Yeah, so it shows you all the different things that they do if you have them, and probably good ways to get combos and stuff like that. Assault times 3. Yeah, that's what we want. Someone that triples your assault. That's what I needed, was someone that could even just like double your assault, because that is quite powerful, and I had none of it. So that'd be something to look forward to. So now you can kind of work on building your own squads, putting together, playing your own games. That gets you anything other than just the feeling of having won a game, I don't know, but it's there, and it's something I've never seen before. So I'm going to say that's pretty darn cool. That, however, is going to be all for this one, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, I'd appreciate it if you gave it a like. If you really like this video, I'd love it if you consider giving the channel a subscribe. But until we meet again, thanks as always for being a part of all of my silliness. I'm Rusty Champaign, and we will see you later.